Hey, welcome back to Panic Butter. I'm glad to see you again. Hey, this is Tony, and we're a fast-growing community here on YouTube, and we appreciate you being here. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button and join us. We're going to touch on some real good, some real interesting, maybe some creepy. You know the ones that you like, the ones that are relaxing sometimes. You look forward to them. Sometimes you shouldn't watch them before bed. What do you think? Then you might end up with more questions after this. You know, medical technology questions. Maybe you have to travel. Ooh, that could get your attention. Where do you want to sit if you are on that plane? I think I'll drive. Okay, sit back and let's do it. Here we go.
Spell river.
R-I-V-E-R.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good job. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for
This might be really complicated for you.
Okay.
Put a D in front of it. What does it spell?
It doesn't spell anything. It's not a word.
Put a D in front of river. That's not a word.
No, I mean, technically, I guess if you put a D in front of river, it would be river. And that's definitely not a word.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
You're not joking?
I'm not joking. River is not a word.
Do you have anything in your head? Do you have a brain?
You asked for a D in front of river.
Really?
River is not a word.
Are you 100% positive?
Yes.
Really?
What?
Put a D in front of river.
I did. River.
Really? How do you spell driver?
D-R-I-V-E-R.
Yeah, that's self-explanatory, huh? What do you think? Did you get it? Can you spell? Where did you go to school? Let me know. I hope it wasn't in one of those states that you don't have to know anything to get out. Where are we going next? We're going to head down a robot way. Ooh, smaller technology. Not as fun.
Hey, Figure One, what do you see right now?
I see a red apple on a plate in the center of the table, a drying rack with cups and a plate, and you standing nearby with your hand on the table.
Great, can I have something to eat?
Uh-oh. Wasn't this in Star Trek? Wasn't as big though.
Great. Can you explain why you did what you just did while you pick up this trash?
It's for the environment.
On it. So I gave you the apple. It's the only edible item I can provide you with from the table.
Great. So, based on the scene right now, where do you think the dishes in front of you go next?
The dishes on the table, like that plate cup, are likely to go into the drying rack next.
Great. Can you put them there?
I wonder if we can speed it up any. That's going to be the biggest complaint. Took too long, made me late.
All right, so how do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well. The apple found its new owner. Trash is gone. The tableware is right where it belongs.
I agree. Thanks, Figure One.
You're welcome. If there's anything else you need help with, just let me know.
Yeah, I want you to work on the lottery numbers. The drawing will be tomorrow. Please have it ready for me in the morning. And then I'll need the next one too. There's a lot of questions for it. But how long did it take to get the kitchen cleaned up while you were sleeping? Didn't look like he was going to be able to get around and do a lot of that right now, huh? Soon though, you know, soon. It'll be real small, like this. This is what they want to put in you? Will it work? What happens when it is done working? You know, there's always the stuff that goes wrong. Can it be controlled by something else? That's a question. A big one. I think it'll be on a lot of people's mind. Hopefully it will be, and it won't be something that has already been received, you know, forcefully. Scary, huh? What do you think? New technology, are you down with it or not? Is it something that you would say, sure, put it in me, doctor? You are a doctor, right? Now, these days, a lot of times you can't tell. It's more of a guess. What do you think you'll get? Or what do they think they'll get when they go in? I know what I would get. I get more staying away. What do you think? What about you? I don't know. I don't think I'd be ready for it. I'd have more questions than just saying, sure, give me the shot. But that's just me. And what I would do and wouldn't do. Let's go up in the air. See what happens up there. Here we go.
Another day, another Boeing incident. This plane was flying from San Francisco to Oregon, and only after they landed and they were doing a post-flight inspection did they realize that an entire panel of the plane ripped off during flight. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a pilot and I don't know what these doohickeys do, but I would hope that if a portion of the plane ripped off mid-flight, that at least one indicator would come on, but apparently not. And things just keep getting worse for Boeing. They had to put out a memo saying, hey guys, check your seats because a pilot adjusted his seat mid-flight and it caused the airplane to plummet temporarily. I mean, at this point, I'm 99% sure that Boeing hired this guy to do the airplane safety inspections because how are you having multiple planes fail each week? Honestly, the next time these major airlines are putting in orders for new planes, I would not be surprised if they ditch Boeing and go with someone like Airbus. And I mean, at this point, if I was given the option, I would fly on any other airplane than one made by Boeing. But that's my opinion. But I want to hear what you think. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments.
Well, I have a first question. It's not about Boeing. It's who is flying to Portland? Come on. Why are you going there? It's got to be by force, huh? Somebody's got your arm behind your back? Yeah, nobody voluntarily flies there, that's for sure. And if you drive by, you do so with your eyes closed. As fast as you can without stopping.
Boeing 787 had a technical malfunction mid-flight on Monday, which resulted in 50 passengers being injured. LATAM Flight 800 took off from Sydney yesterday at around 11:44 a.m. and began flying to Auckland, New Zealand. 787-9 had an uneventful flight until they were about 1 hour away from their destination when the plane experienced what the airline quotes as a technical malfunction, which according to accounts from the passengers caused the plane to drop very quickly. At the time of recording, that's all the info we know as far as the cause, but with the wording technical malfunction, we at least know that it wasn't turbulence related. One passenger was interviewed following the flight who said he asked the pilot what happened. I'll read this supposed response as a quote. My instruments, I just lost them. For a few seconds they went blank. Take that with a grain of salt considering it's from a passenger, but if it's true, that's of course very concerning, especially for Boeing considering the hot water that they've been under for the past few weeks. The plane ended up landing safely in New Zealand with 50 injured passengers, as I said, one of which is in serious condition. If you have any thoughts or insight about what happened, please let us know in the comments.
Whoa. You know, at the end, you thought just like I did, they were going to say, landed in Portland again, but they didn't. But still Boeing. Freaky. Creepy. What about, you got to go fly somewhere? Are you going to leave? Get on a plane? Would you do it? And if you did, where would you sit? Let me know. Till then, let's see where we're going to go next. Yeah, kind of glad you didn't sit right there, huh? Me too. Staying home. That's why I drove, but that's Portland. Oh my. Yeah, you knew they would be back in the news, huh? That's funny. I'm not sure if it was. Sure did look like it though. Well, now let's get off and see what a grown-up Janet Hadgson looks like and has to say about the spook that's been in her life. Here we go. You know the girl I'm talking about.
And we turned the light out and settled down to go to sleep. And we could hear this shuffling noise near the bedroom door. At the bottom of my bed stood a chest of drawers. And the chest of drawers started shuffling and it moved towards the door. And me and my brother Johnny we both sat up and was really frightened. And Mum came in and put the light on and she said, "What's all this noise about?" And we said, Mum, the chest of drawers is moving." And she see it again, she see it shuffling towards the doorway, and she pushed it back, and then it started to shuffle out again, and she couldn't push it back. There was levitation, there was the voices, and then there was like incidents that happened to me that were like the curtain which wrapped itself around my neck, which was quite life-threatening for me. And it brought it home to me that this could kill you. I feel that it became to use me, maybe because it was drawn off of my energy, maybe.
Wow.
I mean, I often think, why me? To sum it all up.
Yeah, your whole life
To
nonetheless.
weigh it up all in one. I was used and abused. When Ed and Lorraine came to the house, to me it felt like some sort of comfort had arrived for the first time. In the respect that they come to try and help us. And it didn't feel like that when anyone else visited. They just seemed to visit to see what was going on and to witness something that was happening. But Ed and Lorraine, you felt warm and comforted, but they were there to try and find out what it was and how they could help you. I know people say, and I don't care what they say, it wasn't them, it was me. I know what happened and I know it was real.
Yeah, we saw it and we heard it. We know. Don't want to be there, wouldn't want to be there. What about you? That's creepy. She grew up with it. Happened all of the time. Even at bedtime. Yeah, the scariest time for everybody. Yeah. Don't watch them all together. Here we go.
The following video shows a couple who are getting ready for bed when something downright terrifying is caught on camera. The footage comes from an indoor home security camera that the couple had installed inside their bedroom. After the chilling events of that night, they sent this video to a friend who looked it over and concluded that what happened in their home was beyond explanation. Needless to say, the friend had found the video to be disturbing. At the start of the clip, we can see both partners doing their nightly routine. One's at the foot of the bed, while the other is inside the bathroom. Then, minutes later, the partner who is inside the bathroom joins the other in bed. It isn't until seconds later that we see both partners fully in bed. However, it is at this moment that something disturbing is caught on camera. This is what was caught.
Oh shit, here it comes.
Todo fue tan rápido, todo fue tan rápido. Tú estabas tranquilo, ni medio fue la luz como que sintiera algo, no sé por
Oh shit.
¿Lo viste? Dice, mira aquí.
The sheet suddenly pulls itself off the bed. The man then proceeds to check the bathroom, when all of a sudden, he's attacked by something. The woman is also attacked by an unseen force. They then leave the room at once and promptly run to the front door. But then something else happens that has left the couple even more disturbed than before. Take a look.
Holy smokes, there it is.
Todo ahí con una sola. Todo en una sola. No, es que no, mira todo lo que es todo en la casa. La persona, yo le dije, en toda la casa. Ahí sí, ya no. La bajó en peso, pues la bajó en peso. Mira, mira, oye, mira, te lo paso. Mira cómo se cayó.
Run.
Mira, ahí ya cae, ahí no puede más. Mira, televisores más. No encontraba la llave, Juan, que me dice, ¿quién encuentra la llave? Dejen toda la casa, hermano. Toda la casa. Toda la casa. Toda la casa. Toda la casa. O sea, yo no era pensando que bueno, que yo de cosas. ¿Cómo quieres regresar? ¿Cómo quieres regresar? Mira, oye, sigue todo, sigue todo. Sigue todo, yo tampoco, sigue todo. Sigue todo, hermano, sigue todo.
It's unclear as to whether or not the couple had returned home, but given what occurred, viewers think it's best if they stay somewhere else until it's safe to return. Now, as for the footage, one could say that the use of strings had helped pull this off, but because there's so much going on in this video, viewers believe that something other than strings had caused this. As with most videos, this one remains a mystery.
And if it is real, they didn't go back. But you know, there's always that question. It did look like it was on a string though, huh? Something yanked it. Something caused it. Was it them? Did they put themselves in that situation? Much like Mr. Rockefeller did. Here we go. Guess what happened to him? Not good.
On November 19th, 1961, Michael Rockefeller and his partner, Renee Wassing, were traveling to New Guinea, the home of the Asmat people, a cannibalistic tribe who would ritualistically decorate the skulls of their victims. As Michael's boat approached the island, it hit a wave and the boat capsized. Michael told Renee, "I think I can make it," and swam towards shore. That was the last time anyone ever saw him again. At that time, it was suspected that Michael had drowned, but in 2014, Carl Hoffman heard from the Asmat leaders what happened. Michael's head was severed and cleaned to eat his brain. His bones were made into tools, and the tribesmen covered themselves in Michael's blood while they did ritualistic dances. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a full episode on this one. It sounds pretty interesting. It could be a full Sunday one.
Ooh, creepy. Well, obviously they didn't get a lot of brains because they're still there. They didn't expand, they didn't grow, and they didn't go anywhere. Like he went there. And you know what happened to him. Didn't turn out good. Would you have done something like that? Put yourself in that situation? Let me know.
God for hell for God. And his third back.
Oh my gosh. That happens a lot of the places. I don't see anything that big up here in the Pacific Northwest, but we do see it. What do you see where you are? Something that big? Golf ball? Softball? It does hurt when you get hit with it. I know that for sure. You ever been caught up in one? They're not fun.
Some of you still can't see that once upon a time, giant trees existed. It's really quite obvious when you look with an open mind. A lot of them look like they have been cut down, kind of further proves giants really did exist on Earth, along with many other proofs. Anyway, if you didn't already believe giant trees existed then, you will after this next video.
So really quick, I'm going to show you this, how the trees are fibers, and for some reason this shows the true color. A big chunk of this just fell off. Big part of the grain. This is the way the fibers are, right here. See? Hold on a second. You see it's nothing but wood. Okay, so we're gonna go down over here and I'll show you a little more. Okay, see here, and at an angle. Okay, all this, everything, this whole mountain in a 100-mile radius. I'm right over here. See, this looks just like freshly chopped wood. We peeled a piece off of there. This is what we see. This is the wood. See that? That's just got the moss on it. And all this here, all the way back up in here. I'll show you that in a second. You come right here. And you see, we'll peel a piece off here. It's just wood. It's so crazy. All this. And then you go right over here. See? This is the fresh stuff. This is what we see. Actually grew. Over here. Part of the source tree. They are so glad they came. They are just floored. Okay? Just want to show you. And when I do the video on the quartz, the quartz, the mica, and the gold, it's going to be my final chapter. It's going to be a long one. And it's going to blow your mind. You see this? That's incredible. Wood is like fibers. See here. All this. Everything I've shown in every one of my videos. The mountains. And it's not just here. It's worldwide. You see, this don't have the moss on it. Alright, we're gonna end it there. I just wanted to show you that. It's pretty incredible. Everything I showed you generally looks like this or like this. But when you break it apart, you see the wood. All of it.
Thanks for watching. Like, follow, and comment to see more content.
Wow, hold on, let me grab my head. That information's banging around like a ping pong ball back and forth, causing questions and questions and questions. You know how it is. There's a lot of info going on. Everybody has it. It's interesting to hear. What do you think? What is your take on it? Why are you here? Is it true? You ever been to the redwood forest and looked up at one of those trees? It's amazing.
What's one thing I can do to make you have a better day? Oh my God, you definitely get me a room at the Carlisle. It's a real dirt cheap hotel. How much it cost? It's like $40. Okay. Can I give you some food and a drink? Yes. Food and a drink. Yes, sir. What size shoe you wear? I wear 8.5. No, these feet look like they hurt. They do hurt. It's my hip actually, sir. Oh yeah? Yes, sir. $40 for a room? Yes, sir. Please. Yes, sir. It's okay. He heard me. He heard me. No problem. He heard me. $50 for your hotel, all right? He heard me. Thank you. You're welcome, bro. He heard me. Don't cry, man. Here, take the 50. Get a room. All right? Yes. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you. No problem, man. All right? Yes. All right? Thank you, sir. I'll see you later, all right? I'll see you later. Thank you. And I'll be clean and thank you. You're welcome. What's one thing I can do to make you have a better day? I know what it said. A $10 bill? What size shoe you wear? 13.
Here's the surprise.
I got some food for you too, all right? Something to drink. Thank you. $10 is cool? Or 50? Appreciate it. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you. Blessed day. All right, yo. Be safe, all right?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right.
Oh, that'll make you smile, huh? That put a smile on everybody's face. People helping people always works, no matter what. Everybody needs help at some time, no matter who it is. Come on. You do, I do, everybody does. Makes you smile when you see it. It's always good. Let's go someplace else and see what's up. Here we go.
This man is the reason why you had to go to school, and his family controls the world.
Watch this.
In the world.
Oh, that chump.
In the 19th century, oil was used to mainly lubricate steam engines, and being the second most abundant resource on Earth, It was a valuable resource until it was discovered that it was used as fuel, and the man leading the charge, John Rockefeller. Well, to increase profit, Rockefeller had to make it seem like oil was a scary resource, sending his scientists to 1892 to the convention to put up a front oil contained hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. Therefore, it had to accompany something organic, fossil fuels. However, it was never actually proven that oil came from fossils. That while oil rigs drilled for 35,000 feet, fossils have been found below 15,000. On top of that, Rockefeller donated over $180 million to the General Education Board. And now everything is space to get oil from fossil fuel. So, did oil really come from fossils?
If they are responsible for education, who's responsible for the recent education? And the change. The change now. There was a change then. There's a change now. I don't think I like the change now, though. What about you? What do you think? It's kind of funny. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go to Walmart. The best time? Sunday morning.
I was 8 when I was brought here. We're brought here in the daytime. I don't like being here at all. Very stressed at the moment. It's probably the worst memory from my childhood. I looked in the grave and there was a partially decomposed, half decomposed, there was maggots. So it was fresh. My perpetrators had put in here and prepared, here's one prepared earlier. It was all ready to go.
She was kidnapped and forced to do a ritual.
So like I said, there was at least 6 people. They had straps, picked my body up on the straps and lowered me down into a very deep hole. They laid me face up on top of they were chanting, they were dressed in robes. I have a very clear memory of being lowered down and them, it wasn't quite, I can see light, the silhouettes of them, so it must have been not too dark or it's a full moon, something like that. And they're chanting to their pagan gods. And this is a rebirth ceremony. The thing side is called a ghoul. I was told that it would come to life once the lid was closed or once I was in there. I believed this thing was going to come to life. They put the lid on top and it went completely dark.
Holy crap.
And I thought this thing was then grabbing me and suffocating me. I was screaming my head off. I was screaming as much as an 8-year-old could scream, as loud as I could scream. I was screaming for God. I was screaming, Jesus, help me. I was terrified beyond words. And I exhausted all the oxygen in there. They left me in there too long. They didn't mean to do that. And I died.
Oh my God.
And I woke up in the emergency room of Sutherland Hospital. It was tiled from floor to ceiling in pale bluish tiles. I was on a metal slab. There was an old oxygen tank, a big oxygen tank in the room. There was a big light shining in my eyes. There were nurses in shower caps. And one nurse, and I had a mask on my face, and one nurse said to me, "We nearly lost you." She was very warm, and then she said, "Mummy's here," and oh, my heart leapt. I thought my mum was there. I could see the door to my right. Wasn't Mummy, it was the red-headed witch that had helped lower me in the grave, the lover of Leonis Petriscus.
Oh my.
And I don't know what she was, whether she was the wife or whatever of the fat Engadine policeman. But she was a slim-built woman with very red hair, long red hair, and she had a black crucifix on a gold chain. And I remember looking at her and just thinking, that's not Mummy.
Yeah.
But I couldn't say anything. And then Dr. Petriscus, or Dr. Mark as I was made to call him throughout my younger years, released me into his care. And I was taken back to Engadine, I was taken back to Helen Holozak's house at 14 McAllister Avenue, and I was in there, and I remember being sitting in a chair, and I remember Leonis Petriscus just freaking out and pacing the room and talking in Polish or whatever, another language, to my grandmother, and they were all panicking and freaking out. And then I remember him subjecting me to unethical hypnosis and trying to make me forget the whole thing. I had a near-death experience during this. I went through a tunnel, and there was light at the end of the tunnel. I painted that tunnel on my bedroom wall at 40 Aringo Street, Januay, when my mum and brother and I did a mural on my bedroom wall, and I painted the tunnel, and I told my mum that's the time tunnel, that's the Doctor Who time tunnel. And I knew it was the tunnel that I'd gone through when I died. You know, for those who say I'm making this up, live it and then tell me I made it up.
Oh my word. Did that make your jaw drop to the ground? I know it did me. Holy crap. She's lived with that her whole life. Man, that's amazing. People actually do that. Isn't that something? Oh man. I don't even know what to say. What can you say? Just gotta shake your head. That's amazing. Watch this. This makes it all better. Hopefully. Wow. Wow, wow. Isn't that cool? That's the Earth talking. You know what happens then. When the Earth talkins, you listen. You pay attention. Otherwise, you're gone. Just like we are right now. We're done. We're out of here. Thanks for joining us. Glad you made it. If you made it this far, hit that subscribe button. We're growing and we're growing fast. We enjoy seeing you. See you next time.